Hi, this is Jesse Barkasy, and it is May 10th, 2011. And today I want to talk a little bit about the makeup of the universe and your body, just a little bit. I recently saw a movie called Expelled, written by Ben Stein and another author I can't remember right now. But they were looking up the facts about intelligent design, how some professors were fired because they brought up that as an argument. And intelligent design means that the life started potentially from the design of a intelligent being, God, aliens, whatever people want to think. And they were just trying to bring it up as discussion, and these scientists and these PhDs were basically fired from their jobs just for bringing the subject up. And what really struck me in the movie, the real striking thing was a short little clip from Harvard Biotechnology Laboratories, something like that. It's the structure of a cell, and it was an animation of the inside of a cell. And what they were saying is that in the movie Expelled was that 50 and 100 years ago, the way they thought a cell was structured, and further back, they thought it was basically very simple. Basically, if you compared a car, they claimed like a Buick. What the scientists think the cell is today is, compared to that Buick, is a galaxy. So that's how much more complex it is compared to basically a car. So you compare a car to a whole galaxy, which is 100 billion stars and so forth. And there is a little clip from the Harvard Bioscience something. I forgot what it was. And it was an animation of the inside of a cell. And there was these bridges and these tunnels and these structures all over the place, and connections and things. There was these strings coming and cutting other things, and there was this big ball, which the funniest part of the whole thing, it was a big ball, like a gushy ball with little, looked like golf tees sticking out of it or something, and it was, there was these two little leg-like things attached to it, and it was walking along this bridge sort of thing. And I was just in amazement. These are like little machines that are in one portion of one of our cells. All these things going on. And that thing with the funny little legs really just struck me. I had to watch it like 10 times because I'm sure that they animated it to the best of their knowledge of what they've seen. And I know that they're coming out with, stronger and stronger microscopes and so forth. And it brought me back to the fact that you are really amazing. You're a life form, and in one of your cells there is a galaxy of information, and there are machines doing their job, and that's you doing it. And so what that brought me to is the thoughts. I think when you do something, or you have a desire to do something that is constructive or helpful to society or another human or another living thing, that it's a calling, it's a pull. I think there's a lot more to it than just being a whim thought. And how I'm experiencing that is that I started this web company, mesa9.com, and things have been going very right since I've tried it. I wanted to do it. A lot of people were laughing at me, telling me there's no way I can compete with these people. Then other people were really supportive, and I gotta say, 90% of the people, or 99% of the people right now, are very supportive, and I think they know that this thing is going to go pretty well. It's www.mesa9.com. It's not ready yet. Maybe 2 or 3 weeks we'll be ready for public testing. Not too many people are watching my videos right now, so if you feel like signing into there and connecting with me, that's fine. I would love it. It would help us test and scale up slowly a little bit. And I'm going to show how to use it later on in the next video. But I want to go back to these little machines inside of our bodies and inside of cells of plants and animals. And I was just really amazed. And it made me start to think about something else I've been looking into, which is I've been looking at people who are vegetarians, and specifically the people who eat raw vegetarian food, and how much healthier they are than other people I've seen. There was one girl who had a vitamin B12 deficiency, and that's one of the setbacks potentially of it, I guess. Um, but really, I myself am finding myself eating less and less animal products, and I'm starting to feel better. They said there's a detox stage where you you might not feel that great or whatever until certain substances come out of your body. I'm not sure what's going on, but I generally I had a Omega VRT juicer, and I was juicing a lot of vegetables because I don't want to sit there and chew them all day. I don't have time. And the juicer broke, and it's a very good company because it's the Omega company. They had me send it back. I paid to send it back to them, and they sent me a new one. They said they were going to fix it, but it looks like they send me a new one. I'll update that to you on the next video. I'll call them and make sure. But when I was without this juicer for about 7 or 8 days, I really felt I wanted it back so much. I was dying, literally dying for the juices. I was eating these cooked and dry foods for the subsequent days, and I did feel myself going down, 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 like in energy and attitude and just not sleeping right, everything. And as soon as I got the first juice, my friend let me borrow it the day before they sent me this one back, I started to feel a lot better. And what a lot of raw vegans are claiming is that there is a life and electricity in the living foods. So, for example, I know that when a tiger or lion makes a kill, they're eating the animal pretty much, its cells are still alive when they're eating it. So there's blood and there's water and stuff, but it's alive. So the life and the electricity are kind of transferring. But I think in plants, they stay alive longer. You could actually take a plant out of the ground and replant it or put it in water, and 1 or 2 weeks later, it can actually live. It can start growing. And I definitely think I feel that energy when I'm eating these live plants, fruits and vegetables and leaves. And I went in the backyard here and I picked some dandelion leaves and I rinsed them off, and I put those with spinach and some bananas and a orange and a couple of strawberries, and I made a smoothie, and it was pretty good. It wasn't like this sweet ice cream type thing, but it was okay. The sweetness made it good. And I definitely think that these people are onto something pretty big. And I just wanted to mention that I've been drinking juices for a few months, and I want to see from my videos too how I feel and look maybe a year from now. If I can go raw vegan, I would like to try it. But I'm at a very small percentage of animal products right now. But the point I was getting to with the whole thing is, it just kind of made a connection with me that if you're destroying the food and cooking it, and it's sitting there, it's losing its life force, it's losing those little structures that are moving around. But when you're eating the juice and it's pretty much live, and the cells are still in there, you're getting those little structures working, those enzymes working with your body. So I do have a little bit of allergies this season. There's a lot of pollen out. So I'm going to see if that gets alleviated as I add more juices and so forth too. So that's kind of what I want to talk about today. And I've seen some people that went on the raw vegan diet and they lost about a pound a day, up to 100 and something pounds, one guy did, but then they plateau. What I'm noticing, I'm also on an amino acid though, so I don't know if that's helping too, but my muscles seem to be getting bigger even though I'm eating less protein, which I thought would totally be the opposite. So that's kind of a neat thing, and kind of a thing that I want, because the muscle apparently will help burn more fat when I'm sleeping. So that's kind of what I want to talk about today. Just an interesting thing. And if you feel like you want to do something, a little business or something, you can't think of the layoffs today, the bad economy, so on and so forth. What you do for us, if you see problems or you look for problems, you try to find a way to solve them. And you don't need much. I mean, it could be 50 or $100, and you can start a little business. The opportunity today is just unbelievable and unfathomable to be able to start a business. And what I think is that people are looking the wrong direction. They're saying, oh, the government's got to do this or the government's got to do that. I think we've got to do this or that. It's a time for us to come alive and not depend on the government and jobs and so forth, and do our thing. And the last thing I want to say is how they captured the perpetrator on 9/11. I don't even want to say his name because I don't want to mention it. It's a negative person. How they killed him. Thank you very much, Navy SEALs. Thank you very much. I was working for the stock market, and I was talking to my friends, my clients, my colleagues, and some of them didn't escape the Twin Towers on 9/11. So I want to say thank you, Navy SEALs. Thank you. Oh, maybe I'm not sure how I'm supposed to salute right hand. I don't want to dishonor anybody, but I want to say thank you very much. That's a nice closure after a while. But I've been trading better. The business is ready to go. I feel that it's going to go very good, and just got to get your head in a positive way. If you feel like or you desire to do something, just start. 50, $100, it doesn't matter. Start writing, start doing, see what happens. The energy, these little machines all work together. I think that they get happy or something. These little things with legs on them, they walk faster or something. So what I say to you is to go for the things that make you happy, the desires you have, as long as they're constructive, they're not negative or hurtful to people. And that's my message for today. I hope I'm going to come out with some more videos. I stalled a little bit because I was on looking at the Donald Trump and so forth. I still would like him to be president. I'm not sure about his 25% tax on China. I worry about that. I think that's a little, maybe they need something. But what he was right about is I know another businessman who works for a company that has some factories in the United States. And he pretty much said that we're one of the last factories in the United States, and we're ready to just outsource to China and take commissions. So government, we've got to get the message to the government. Write your congressman, your senator. We've got to lower taxes so that our businesses can compete. We've got to get rid of the red tape for our factories. I don't think it's a good idea for all our factories to go overseas. I think that we should still keep some of those skills, how to build certain tooling things and certain products and so forth, okay? Because if another country decides to just shut it off, what's going to happen? So, I'm making a kind of a plea that you write your government, your congressman. We need a break here. There's tax upon tax upon tax, causing an enormous price increase on our products. Maybe we do need to institute or implement a tax on imports from China and so forth because they're not following pollution control laws and this and that. I don't know. I happen to like China. I like India. I know that most of the people in the world are inherently good. They just want a little family or something. Their families or their little life, I know. And a couple of people, terrorists and so forth, spoil that. So what I want to say is, I think that if we work at our country to reduce taxes and reduce the red tape for businesses, that we can help our businesses grow. And that makes me feel good to say that. So that's why I'm saying that. It's part of the whole theme of doing what you desire. So I know I covered a lot of things in this video, and I hope I can get a little more interesting. I'm starting to feel comfortable. And I'm also looking for people to interview. If you have a little business or a little project or just want to say something about your life, I'd love to interview you. We could try to figure it out so I can do it online. You could stay where you are, or if you live locally in the Connecticut area, we could meet and do a video. But I could probably figure something out online where I could do a split screen and I can interview you, or just videotape you. I'm sure there's a couple of ways to do that. So that's my next step, what I'm looking to do. And like I said, mesa9.com, MESA number 9.com. We'll be launching soon, and since this video doesn't get much coverage, sign on there, follow me, Jesse Barkasy. I'll follow you back. We'll communicate. Thank you very much.